אוקיי. בוי! המון זמן לא התקדמתי במשחק הזה. מעניין אותי אם כולם בסדר. כי בהחלט עבר זמן, מה? יא! אני חזרתי! כאילו, לא כזה הייתי הרבה זמן אופליין, אבל... כן הייתי הרבה זמן אופליין, אז... Anyway, Apollo Justice Trilogy! בוא נתקדם. זה, עדיף שאני אגיד, ניסיתי לחזור ב-1 לפברואר, אבל לא יצא לי משהו. וכמו שאפשר לראות, אני לא שמרתי. באופן הראשי. ב-Auto-Save עושה את זה אוטומטית, אני לא יודע בדיוק איך ה-Auto-Save מחליט את זה. אבל כן, הגיע הזמן לפתוח את הוידאו, ובוא ניכנס לטרייל. דרך הטרייל. אז כן, אני קצת התקדמתי במשחק, אבל לא כזה מספיק בשביל אצ'ימנטים וכל זה, אז ייי. בואו ניגש ל-16 ביוני, 9:46, דיסטריקט דפנדנט לובי 2! Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? It was all smiles yesterday! Yes, he smiled when he said we'll be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice! Saw my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh, listen now. I want to see, here. Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! Okay. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. קודם לא ידעתי את זה, אבל עכשיו אני כן יודע את זה, כי אני עושה ריפליי למשהו לא יצא ששמרתי קודם, כי היה לי בעיות בלייב. וגם עוד דברים. I'm fine. Know what I'm saying? Oh, good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. Just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. OGs can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Ay. Okay. 16 ביוני 10 בבוקר, דיסטריקט, קונטרום 4. אומייגה. אני אשכח עד כמה דיטייל הכל נמצא בהשוואה למשחק קודם. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Talkie. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge. Oh, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say name to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, huh? I see. To
be honest, I was a little concerned. I feel that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Her Judge. I won't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How can I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statement to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is court of law. There's no way to get the crowd jumping, Her Judge. You're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Come, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Merectus, director of the Merectus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a nose stand. The world was a doctor pulling a nose stand. Yes, I believe. We'll only find out by asking the defendant. Right here, right now. Because it's undeniable. It's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Her Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. This crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Ooh. How did you say? Wow. Name, not yet. First, there's a little mirror to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? Accompaniment? So I could see the guitar for a second. Where is it, Prosecutor Gavin? Motive, Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Miraculous Clinic?
Objection!
Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain that! Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so? As he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all of my homies, I believe he said. What? Okay. What is right? They always say that, on stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like you could be pretty good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. Okay. So, you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you? And your son, old man. You step to a Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. Okay, whatever. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. I have to hand it to him. Walkie shows guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear the testimony. Will hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. אוקיי. צריך לזכור שאני כבר עשיתי את זה. אז אני רגע, אז כאילו אני אעשה בדיוק כמו שאני עשיתי בלייב הקודם, שהחלטתי אחר כך לא לשמור. ומפה לא עשיתי סייב. Walkie-talkie's truth. I'll tell you one thing. My doctor was a quack.
Don't have to show him what's what. I was in the clinic about half a year ago. It was not my op, something bad. He just let me go. I'm worried. See you later, bye. I gotta go in, get on a dog to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No, G's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? Okay. You saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing. That dog was whack. Very well. Then the defense may begin the cross-examination. Can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. כאילו ברה. אבל מה שאני עשיתי זה כאילו הרי זה useless information, זה useless information, אחר כך פה מסביר יותר פרטים. זה פשוט final saying בנוגע לבולשיט, אז זה לא מעניין. אז מפה מתחיל להיות רלוונטי דברים. I was in this clinic about half a year ago.
Hold it!
So you were a patient at America's clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? A little running with the Rivali's family. That's why I pulled the Jack move. Wow, I ran into an ambush. Gee, busted like it capped right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. I ran in 50 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Yeah, I was more of a match for those guys. So you were carried to the miraculous clinic from there. Apparently, he was shot in the heart. In the heart and he's still alive? I can't catch bullets between my teeth. I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
פעם אמרתי שכאילו what the fuck, ג'וסי? דבר שני, אני עכשיו באמת שם לב לזה. למה זה נראה כאילו... הנה בייסים שלי בנוגע למשחקים קודמים. למה? רגע אחד. אומייגאד. היה לה את העגילים האלה כל הזמן הזה. והעגילים האלה ליטרלי נראים כמו בווייבס. ועל הדרך זה משפט לא הגיוני, זה בכלל what the fuck, ג'וסי.
The boy just just shot at my bumper. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but golden if it weren't for that whack dog. Never take a stupid bullet.
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
I know it, Holmes.
That just lets me go without saying a word. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? Without a word?
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though her doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
It's a lie! Straight up! He's a better G than me!
Gun, I'll got back up.
So, this bullet is still... No, I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Alright, G-Man, we're no accident. That's for shizzle. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down like that, doing the world a favor. Woggy! Please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All of it, all as G's lined up, taking eye exams and all that. Let die young and fade away. It's what?
A relief to hear.
What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attempted to immediately, it could kill you.
What?
Dr. Noctis had knowledge concerning this, ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. Oh, wait. That's what?
There's proof. Your checkup report. How ironic that you would kill the man, the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was.
Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We have not had enough of a warm-up act here. Time to hear from the witness. Why get sure is quiet all of a sudden? I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Hi! So, you will tell us your name and occupation.
אני אעשה את מה שאני עשיתי קודם. מה שגיליתי בנוגע אליו זה שהוא ממש דומה לוונדי בחלק מהמקרים, אבל היתרון של אפולו ג'סטיס טרילוגי זה שאני יכול לעשות ספיד טקסט יותר מהיר, אז ייי.
My name is Wesley Stickler. My occupation refer...
Okay, skip.
By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things and spending my days in pursuit of truth. Honing my...
Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime.
You ask quite quickly. אוקיי, שכחתי, אני לא יכול לעשות לזה סקיפ, אבל אני לא קורא את זה. כי זה עושה את זה סקיפ אוטומטי. תודה רבה.
That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping. When I saw them, a man pulling his gun, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, he had this, a pistol. He was pointing at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand in the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy. There was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. court accepts this into evidence. Yeah. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Juicy? Why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. Can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
אני לא זוכר מה אני עשיתי פה. כאילו 100%. Shot square in the forehead. מתנגדת לאוטופסי רפורט. זה אני זוכר שאני עשיתי. כאילו אומר פה single bullet to the right temple.
Objection!
Whew, that's all of it. I think I have a chance.
Is that you relaxing? I see, Her Justice.
Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Follow! Pace yourself! This straw's not over yet!
Right, look at this!
The autopsy report? The problem with the autopsy report?
Right, the problem! Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound.
The location?
You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
Oh, I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. This principle.
No, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Mr. Justice?
Yes?
What's your objection to these, krypton particle things? This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me.
No, I'm saying with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here.
Do tell.
Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple.
Temple?
Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it?
Follow?
Yay.
It is, right? Finally.
Objection!
Well,
Oh, Justice, so, Her Justice.
yes?
Tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fellow wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it?
I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony.
Whew. Hey, her forehead.
Forehead?
Just imagine you're walking through the park. You see two men facing each other. One with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, her forehead?
Well, I guess.
I would try to stop them.
I would shout stop.
And you, Fraulein?
Me?
Wow! I'll probably scream, eek! And you, her stickler? What did you shout, I wonder?
Wow! The victim gives his head at the last moment. Ugh.
Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required.
Let's get this. Ah! Testimony for that, okay.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Seize this at once, you two, I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
Let's see. So you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. It doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Strickland, was it? Still here. Sure. Oh, stop, please, or something of this nature. The victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. The killer would have to have fired at just that moment. As you can see, the bullet would have struck in the right temple, as in the report.
That does seem to be the case.
Witness the Power Junior in Ivy University's Department of Science.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness.
אוקיי. נראה לי פה אני עצרתי. כי אני לא זוכר בכלל מה אני עשיתי פה. אם בכלל. Action. This is at once. Look up down the direction of my voice and a shout rang out. Whereupon the killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. אני רוצה להגיש על הקורט רקורד. Line of logic. The victim turned in the direction and the shot rang out. Uncovered, the killer appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol, he fled from the scene. אם מתעלמים מזה שגם הנייף נזרק, יש לי שאלה בנוגע לאם בכלל הוא ניקה את הפינגרפרינטס. אז צריך לדעת time.
Hold it!
Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly?
He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that he was he who did the deed. As you can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shocked, he panicked, a common tale but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action, the sniper fell aside and fled from the scene.
Hold it!
Then try to apprehend a criminal?
All happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time.
Somebody that struck you as odd, Apollo? What? Killer was in a hurry, right? Fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I would expect to find something that we didn't. Okay! The chance is a shell. Something? But what? You like that contradiction. I decided to see it go.
That's as I feel.
What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer.
Right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony.
אז כן, לא היה בכלל את הזמן לנקות את הפינגרפרינטס.
Objection!
Wait a second.
Another misleading request. At your beholden with your own mode of discourse, you can see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say? A second? Oh, wait, wait, just that? A single second? On 16th of a minute? Oh my god. Okay. It's only enough time to draw a breath. Well, I'll make a statement in court. I hardly asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 45. Mr. Justice!
Yes, Your Honor?
I don't understand you're objecting to the length of it.
Oh my god, shall I'm sick? Yes, I mean, no, here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
Oh, a common ploy. Made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Hey, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right! They didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints!
Oh, okay, well.
The little girl was sticking it out to the university student. There's a song going in there. I'm not little! Let's look at notes, shall we, brother? Huh? Of the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves.
Impossible! Impossible! Here's the skin.
Wait a minute, I think of that, Paul.
Idiot, Mr. Skin!
Oh my god. Well, Mr. Justice?
The killer be wearing gloves. No! The record of murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were white, which means some trace of prints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, Hufflehead, any of your precious objections?
Am I logic? The defendant threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the crime scene, strongly suggesting that this was the murder weapon he disposed of. לא אפשר להגיד שיש עוד אנשים?
מה זה, הרובה הזה איכשהו נעלם? whatever.
My dear Apollo, let's see that voice chain go to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean nothing to say? Is it obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When you read your statement what he saw just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away. You're right. He's confused because of the pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be so hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong. אז אם ככה, סטיקלר מדבר על הסכין, לא על הרובה.
Well, can be said I'm quite offended. But it is indeed true that once in my youth I was...
Okay, shut up! We can say for certain is that this witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Oh, if what he threw wasn't the pistol, it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking.
Wipe the smile off your pretty face, Gavin!
Perhaps I can inform the court as to the nature of this suffering else. Why did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene?
סכין!
Take that!
Is that a sword? So wild those on the late night movie last night. Wait, it's the deprived judge.
This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it.
His prints?
This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves.
Indeed. Oh, her forehead? I forget two other things I've just proven.
Huh?
One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walker Kentucky. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
Conspiracy ומורדו מתי שאין מורדו. שנעשה על ידי מישהו אחד על הבית ונעשה על ידי מישהו אחר עם מורדים אחר. יש לוג'יק? אבל לפחות אני מנחש שזה קונספירסי. לווקי כן היה מוטיב. אז... בכלל יהיה צ'ארג' או משהו? כי רוב הסיכויים הוא אינוסנט.
Indeed.
Come on, underestimate Gavin is the lesson here.
This court is of the opinion that a witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. Oh my god. It is always the same with you people. Mark left on the house on the foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long will it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming, yes. That's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. But here you are assuming that my assumption is no better. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify to what happened after the shot was fired.
אוקיי, נראה לי זה חדש לגמרי.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in a good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived 10 minutes later. You see, 10 minutes later, I sent no one else. Okay.
Why didn't you chase the killer?
He was, as you say, a killer. Of course I could have run him down. Yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Is it not? Is it not, Mr. Justice?
We'll find a way to take this testament down quick.
Represent the killer. There's to leave.
I'm gonna use my cell phone to call the police. A cell phone!
Hold it!
Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance?
It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. Injure a witness, indeed, a single shot to the head tends to result in death. Although there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite.
Actually, it looks like he's going to cry. The police are 10 minutes later, saw no one else. I could not prevent the killer from leaving, nor could I simply leave the scene. The guard used the phone to call until the police are 10 minutes later, saw no one else.
Hold it!
Can you tell us in detail about those 10 minutes?
I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction.
Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. Oh, I saw it all. What did you say? I saw nothing.
It's late at night. It's not odd to think there would be a few people around in the park. We just stood there watching? Not much to go on there. Just see, if you got something to say, by all means, just say it. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gonna be a weakness somewhere in his testimony. Which way did the killer run?
By the time it was clear that the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
That means that he ran away from the opposite direction from the Kentucky mansion.
Oh, Tom! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All I had to do was look back once he was out of sight.
How did I know? That's where I was going.
Hold it!
You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed the killing.
Pleased to devote one's life to the pursuit of science. One must never flinch at the sight of no blood. Or be so moved by chemical discovery that one drops one's flasks upon the lab room floor. Oh, cool answer. Very cool.
So nothing strange about how he acted. She can suggest something to say. I can't find a single problem with the testimony.
But enough at last, her forehead.
Maybe it's time to back off a bit. כן, יש את הטלפון הזה. הטלפון הטמגאצ'י. לי יותר מעצבן לשאול בנוגע איך נראה הטלפון שלו. כי אז אחר כך הייתי יכול להגיד שזה אולי הטלפון הזה. אני 100% עומד להשאיר את הלייב הזה לפחות, אז זה יתרון, אז נעשה את זה סייב. Macaw. Yeah.
Ugh. There's nothing fishy about the testimony at all. Appears there are no objection to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints in the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. But then after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake benefiting a small-time punk, in my opinion. Now, ow! Seems we have come to the end of the line here. Oh, that can't be all! How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Where are you, Hufflehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, walkie-talkie.
Wow! Hey, wow! Cherusi?
Nobody move! What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Hey, are you one of the talkies? Talkies? You mean the notorious gangsters?
Don't tell me if you don't want to see me give this little... If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say.
Joker? Join the court for 20 minutes. What? This is going to no bar to present from the likes of...
Her, Judge. I see a little point in for aggravating this gentleman.
No.
Recess! 20 minutes! Or I promise you, you'll regret it.
Manos, is it going up? Wait! How did he disappear so fast? Come to the defense lobby, Paul.
What?
Suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man! הצוחק עליי!
אני ממשיך! אני ממשיך את הלייב הזה! אני ממשיך! אני לא עוצר פה! אני בהחלט לא עוצר פה! אז אוקיי, זה היה הסיום של ריקורדינג סשן 1. ובואו נפתח את ריקורדינג סשן 2, ואני רק מפעיל את הריקורדינג סשן למקרה אז ריקורדינג סשן 2! בואו נמשיך. Next chapter. ב-16 ביוני 11:17 דיסקורד אפילו לא בשטר. ג'וזי! Pick up a good mי זה? Josie! You okay?
Don't cry, Apollo!
It's good for nothing, gangsters! There's some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges!
Wait, just calm down, Apollo! Or else...
Whoa! What the heck is that?
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks! The amazing Mr. Hat!
אוקיי. נראה לי זה אמור להיות... הרי זה כדי שזה אין שוסי. יש לי משהו.
Marvelous, darling. There's a big hit on the stage at the Wonder Bar.
Yes, I'm a big hit.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it? threatening me? It's you who's being threatened here. Huh? Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you would save his son. But that testimony was rock solid! What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop it from happening, I will.
You see? No more stage abductions. Please.
Not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when a witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. Might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You could see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times where there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times.
All the times there was a contradiction. I don't remember.
Actually, I don't remember them exactly. Good thing I do. There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time there was a contradiction.
Huh? He pulled a pistol, pointed at the man. Society fled from the scene. הוא כן משחק בספר, הוא כן פותח את הספר שלו. אבל זה לא contradiction. לא, pistol contradiction. רגע.
He said that the man tossed aside the pistol. But then said he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement that he wasn't confident in, displayed a certain habit.
כן. הוא נמצא עם הספר, זה האנימיישן של הספר.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fell over the corner of the page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? He always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Right won all those games?
It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there at all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all. But not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great! So he cheated! But what does that do for us?
I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch the testimony? Perceive the truth?
The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo.
Mr. Right said that. Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings.
Is she serious? Thumbs up. Sorry I can't help any other way. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started?
say we'll be fine as you're here without Tracy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine?
But let's set aside. You did avoid one guilty verdict already today.
Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice! Let's do it.
Apollo!
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I know you could do it all along.
Oh, one more thing.
Try to cover from Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew in on the coast, and boy, I was tired.
Right!
Of course.
45 קוטרו מרגה.
Her is now back in session.
Right! We're fine!
Say that the young lady stated. I would like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat?
Right! Here! Don't worry about it! I sell that!
You sell that?
Yes, it was an out-of-court statement! Settlement, right.
Perhaps Fraulein would have us to believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. I see it. I don't. Am I right? You think it's odd to me?
I wish I would stop being so cold.
Let us dispense with this niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness?
Right! The defense would like to request our cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something.
There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I'll grant you your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time.
Oh, there, I think Mr. Hat. No, Stickler, actually.
Junior in science at Ivy University. The witness.
A man concerned
with truth. Okay.
Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of filling with his block. Okay.
I like as the quote white. The Kmored White!
Which are qualified to watch testimonies, after all. Focus, Apollo! Find his weak spot! Focus.
If only it were that easy.
My ears hear what he says, my eyes see his expression.
But to do something more? What more senses do I have? Oh! What's this?
My bracelet?
What the fuck? What's going on?
The bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right.
You can see it. Get you, Apollo. You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. טוב, לפחות אני יודע באיזה טסטימוני זה. זה חייב להיות הטלפון, כי זה היחיד שנוגע בספר.
Hold it!
No, you called immediately after witnessing the murder.
Police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them?
Wait, Apollo! This has to be it! Wait, you mean his habit? Well, okay.
The only time he even had the book open was here.
Which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Now what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Oh! Oh my god! Mother!
Your bracelet?
Not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Chusey. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go.
I just need to get your bracelet with
P! As it reacts to the testimony. Oh! What's going on?
Take a look at his face. His expression is so clearly.
It's filling my mind.
I could see nothing else.
Hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Juicy! What's happening to me?
This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing.
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Just look at Mr. Stickler's twitch. His habit. You remember it, right?
Sure. When he says something he's not sure of, he fills with the page of his book.
You got it. Right now you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I'll bet they are.
First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you'll have to be looking at the right place.
He's right, I can only see his face like this.
Time to try changing my view.
WASD, okay. Madame. Oh,
Perfect! Now you're really ready.
ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
See.
Try to listen to the witness talk as you focus. Now watch for his habit.
What? You mean when he fills with the page?
That's right. That's a signal to look closer. To perceive with P. But find his weak spot and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
I have to pay attention to his words. And his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again.
Right. Look out, nervous twitch. Here comes justice! Whoa! Stop! I used my cell phone.
Gotcha!
Interesting!
I saw it just now.
I can see it! Mr. Justice, do you have something to say?
Oh, this banging on desk. It's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fill with a page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. What if I ask a few questions?
What to ask?
phone number. Mr. Stickler, tell me your phone number.
Whatever for? Why not? You have suffered against making friends.
What does this witness's cell phone number have to do with with the case?
Absolutely nothing. This is a invasion of privacy.
That okay. Logically, the justice for all. הלוג'יק שלי זה justice for all. הטלפון עכשיו עומד לצלצל. ייי. Seeing you grimace like that makes me wonder about your cell phone too. The witness will present his cell phone number to the court. You see? Do you have your cell phone?
Sure do.
Try dialing the number that he gives us.
You want me to call Mr. Stickler's phone?
Okay. Memphis This is all highly irregular.
Hey, my pocket's ringing. Wait, this is the phone from yesterday.
אחד שהנעול מתחת לאוטו. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here with in my assistant's hand? Wait a minute. What is the meaning of all this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Miraculous Clinic garage. Miraculous. Wait, that's where the victim lived.
That's impossible.
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
No.
Yes! Progress! Self-console!
It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That's why it can be said I called the police from a public payphone.
Payphone? So then call on your cell phone after all. Just when was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, to indicate with a strainingly high degree of accuracy, it was right around here.
That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. I didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Miraculous Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I got stuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As if I was trying to kill him.
Well, Dr. Miraculous was killed that night.
Well, yes, but no. Self-reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true. I lost my cell phone. I can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice, that cell phone was dropped at the night of the murder. That's really so suspicious as to a connection with the crime. Now's your chance, Paul. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, it is already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, that would be some evidence we can do the job.
Can I prove that the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Probably was this thing. I got no shit! האוטו דפק את פיניקס. אחר כך הוא חנה בגראז' ואז אחר כך יש את הטלפון. Of course I have evidence. Oh, I like your swagger here for it. Hit it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence to prove that someone was dropped on the night of the murder is...
Take that!
That's a side view mirror. As it also happens, Dr. Braxton's car was in an accident that took the place the night of the murder.
An accident?
An accident. Happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Baptist's car hit the pedestrian.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear the park was parked after the incident. Which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If the cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in the garage, they would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in the garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Oh, yes! Progress! Mr. Stigler, you know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect of the murder of Pound Erectus?
No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecute! Say something! I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pound Erectus. There is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be the most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor.
I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Oh boy.
That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. Must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. And while I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, stand. All as clear as day. It was him, saw the defendant at the scene.
Yes, but your cell phone was lying in the garage.
Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model cell phone has a defect. It has the event to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know.
Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. Witness didn't react at all during that testimony. Nervous habit must have not been acting up. I didn't sense anything here, actually. Looks like you're on this time around. Right. No problem. I hope. Here comes justice! Okay. Oh! ועכשיו יש לי את זה למעלה! כן, הוא בכלל לא עושה את האנימיישן גם!
הוא לא עושה את האנימיישן של נובוס האביט, הוא עושה את זה! אבל זה לא נחשב, כי זה אנימיישן אחר לגמרי. I went to the supermarket, dropped myself on my way back, and when I was walking for the park, I happened to witness the crime. As the killer and the victim to stand, all as clear as day. It was him, I said the defendant. אז אתה בטוח על הדפנדנט לפחות, ה-victim הוא obvious. השאלה שלי יהיה הסטיין. כי הוא רשום אחרת. פה הרי רשום אלדון ופה רשום נודל. אז כאילו 100% יהיה שינוי איך שמסתכלים בעצם בסטיין. זה הדבר היחיד שיהיה אפשר לבדות על פי לוקיישן. מה אומר? This part of testimony is the key. I know it! The person about the killer, the victim, or the innocent. אתה בטוח ב-defendant. אתה בטוח ה-victim הוא obvious. אז innocent. Do you happen to remember the innocent?
Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything, not even read the sign. I believe it said, Nulu. Yes, that was it.
אמרת נודל, אמרת נודל, Okay.
Yes, that was it.
I'm remembering something quite well. It took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that news and Soul's news. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Very important. So the sign on the newsstand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a valid piece of testimony. Is that newsstand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well.
Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can match up to IVU's cafeteria. Some apply to our school just merely for a taste of our smart noodles.
I wouldn't mind a taste of it myself.
Why, I even remember the sound of the stand the victim was pulling. It's a noodle.
נעשה קונטרדיקשן עם הסטנד, אבל מצד אחר זה כן אומר נודל. כאילו הקונטרדיקשן הספציפי שאני מחפש זה הרי people park, נגיד. הוא אמר הוא הלך נגד הקטקי מאנצ'ן הזאת, זאת אומרת, ווקי הלך שמה. פעם הארטיסט פה סטיקלר פה או שזה יכול להיות ככה ורטיס פה ווקי פה, הוא בורח רגע, מה נראה בכיוון הפוך? כאילו, anyway, מתי שהנודל עובר פה, שזה הדרך המהירה ביותר מהמרקטיס קליניק, ככה יוצא, עובר לפה, אם הכיוון לא השתנה, אז הוא אמור להיות ככה. הסטנד אמור להיות ככה. אבל אם הוא אומר נודל, אז הסטנד אמור להיות ככה. תודה לאל שיש תפריד עם מודלס שאני יכול להראות את הכיוונים יותר בדיוק. אז contradiction.
Objection!
Okay, perfect. And you're absolutely sure that the sign read noodle. Just last week my professor offered me this phrase. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read, without doubt, noodle. I see. Why? What are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So, you're claiming that when you saw the sun, you were standing. Okay. Here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand. And to carefully read what the sign says. See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldones. Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure. Positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about your eyesight. Whatever. I won't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says that the sign said noodle. And he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us the spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. פה בערך, פלוס מינוס. בכיוון השני. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldones, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and the back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. You got me.
Objection!
So what? So what? What does it matter if you saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Don't far enough to the south, and you end up going north. But that levels kill. Pictures are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. It doesn't change. נראה שזה יותר קרוב לנחל, אז אני אעשה את זה פה. אתה היית פה, פה היה וואקי, פה היה מרקטיס. No, stop, please, with composure, I said. שניהם הסתכלו עליו. בום. הלוקיישן וונד יוצא אחר כך לא נכון. כי על פי הלוג'יק של ווקי, שווקי הוא זה שעשה את זה, זה ה-left temple, לא ה-right temple. זה 180 מעלות לכל הקייס הזה.
He changes everything apart.
בדיוק, צ'וסי, כל הכבוד. צ'וסי?
Remember his testimony from before? Though to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
וואו! זה לא חדש.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, while the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's where the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. כן, כל הקייס עושה 180.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction,
זה יהיה ה-left temple, לא ה-right temple.
the bullet would have had to hit his left temple. In other words, someone was standing at point K. Couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
Then that's right.
So, now that we know that Mr. Stickler was staying on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed. You're absolutely correct, Fräulein.
What meaning?
The actual was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
Ah. Well, that's where the witness was. The Stickler was standing.
Correct. So, if he was standing to the north, and the only person who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Oh my god, Chelsea! Wow, Chelsea, כל הכבוד! Or. Wow! The apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Just put this whole case on its head while I was just still figuring it out.
אני ידעתי שהלוקיישן הוא משנה. Obviously, בגלל הלוג'יק של הכל מקבל 180. לא חושבת שסטיקלר התחיל להשתמש ברובה. Oh my god.
Objection!
Clarify one point for me if you would, her forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't see he exactly looks innocent. But something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please. Please decide I'm a really nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Hey, relax, Mr. Stickler. Oh god, what was that? אוקיי, חזרתי, בוא נמשיך. לא אינסנט, אבל לא מרדר. אז כל הנושא הזה של המרדר הוא לא רלוונט. כן, יש את זה! בבקשה! שזה לא יהיה מה שזה יצא. הלוג'יק פה זה... רגע, המפה הזאת דווקא הפוכה. פה זה הריצה לשר, פה זה הריצה לנור. פה זה הנורמן סייד, ופה זה הכניסה, לקטקי מנשן. אוקיי, וואלה, אני לא אחשוב על זה. בינתיים. אני רוצה יותר לדבר על זה! אפשר לדעת, what the fuck, למה אני יכול לעשות את הדבר הזה פרילי? I didn't think Wesley Stigler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stigler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now! No one confession is in my dictionary. Ah, hair forehead. I'm afraid falls due to elucidate her Stigler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say that you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. The reason? The court's all ears. Let's get into something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows involvement in some other crime? הטלפון היה במקרה באותו מקום עם התחתונים של צ'רוסי. אולי תדעו, סליחה, המאג'יק פנטי, סליחה, תחתוני הקסם. whatever. Your evidence? The court's alive, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to the witness's involvement in the crime. תחתונים. אני לא אוהב את זה, זה בגלל שזה באותו לוקיישן כמו הטלפון.
Take that!
The evidence is this! What? Is that woman's underwear? כן, זה תחתונים, shut up. Hey, those are mine! מה קורה פה? אוקיי, תודה רבה. למה הסיילנס הזה? Order! Mr. Stickler? Well, I can't say this comes as a shock. It's not what it seems. My nose fell on the swim. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Brandy's clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, high exhaust pipe. These panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please, hear me out. It's not my looks. כן, לגנוב תחתונים, ממש מכובד זה. אדוני. Or. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not it. Wow! וואו! קיבלת שליטה על הספר! אומייגאד.
So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of a girl's undergarments?
Perhaps you're not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligence. V stands for valiant. See?
Fair point.
I'm not done. Now, I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity?
אתה פאקינג צוחק עליי. What the fuck? עדיף שאני אוסיף דברים פה. נכון. סייאנס, כל הפואנטה של מדע זה בעצם ללמוד את כל העולם מסביב. אבל לא בעזרת לגנוב תחתונים. במיוחד של בנות, what the fuck סטיקלר? אל תהיה עכשיו קנה מדעתה. אסור לך להיות קנה מדעתה.
Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what great challenge is there in science and mystery?
Come on, you're taking our girls' panties here!
No, do not understand. The mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And, my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate. For science. The full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties are revealed.
Tire?
Yes, I saw it do it. Pull the tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was a tire, then a stew pot, and the frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh?
He's talking about my magic pennies trick.
Trucy! My seat! What the fuck?
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It marks the very laws of physics.
Brew?
And a frozen chicken, Trucy?
Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick?
You say panties, but there is so much more than that. For me, they are an object of for serious study.
I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area.
What are all of you? Oh, I'm sorry. My dear science. Each time I spied a pair of
Shut up!
Still, that leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes?
The witness claimed as he saw a cry from the south, but was in fact in the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why you lied about that?
Be my guest, her forehead.
Me?
Did I not hear you correctly? You do not say that you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about... Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting?
Or have you no idea?
Hello.
There's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. You think about it. Right where Mr. Stickler was standing. Isn't there a... Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show what the witness lied about his location?
אם אני לא יודע, כל הזמן הראו פח. וכן היה את זה. בתוך הפח, בפיפול פארק.
Oh my god, Stickler, what the fuck?
Take that!
The evidence to show why he lied is this. What? More panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, her forehead?
Those are the last! Honest? These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, you can see the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't.
Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can even unveil a pair of panties.
Oh, this net is all your handiwork as well?
At night, I had been chased, pounded in the miraculous garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not. מסכים. אני מחזק.
I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. Avoid the office where the girl works. I went towards the south entrance. I saw them hanging there on the clothesline by the giant bench.
אתה פאקינג צוחק עליי? איך הם הגיעו לפח?
Giant pair of panties.
Apparently they know those bloomers belong to the mob.
I had them safe in my pocket, ready to go, ready to take home. I stumbled upon a murder.
The murder of Dr. Maractus.
I thought of what I had seen. But as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. Why have they searched me?
That's when you disposed of the bloopers. Sorry, bloomers.
Yes, it was a severe blow to the prowess of science, but one that had to be done.
Boring? Whatever. A fascinating if disturbing tale. אני לא אוהב את זה בכלל! I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. I am more than pleased to dismiss this witness from the remainder of the trial.
One last thing, if I might.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin?
Regardless of where we ended today, some points were made. Namely that the defendant, walkie-talkie, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Walkie-talkie has a clear motive.
Indeed. Defendant Walkie-Talkie is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet, a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution.
Ah, they.
No problem! Very well, this brings the trial to the day to a close. Court is adjourned.
Okay. Perfect.
סיים טים סטיקלר. Day 2 investigation, Day 2. אז זה הולך לסיים של הפרק של היום. וואו. זה בהחלט משהו. אז כן! כאן ירין, ניפגש בסרטון הערב הבא של קירגיימס, מקווה שנהנתם, זה היה בהחלט משהו. בירין, ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.